Hey guys, so it's definitely been a minute. My last vlog was the Adirondacks, and that was back mid-October. And here we are in December, down in Big Cypress, the Everglades, the Keys. And I'm gonna try to figure out which ones I'm gonna vlog and if any of those become their own vlogs at all. I've been actually getting the chance to hang out with more people recently on all of the outdoors trips that I do, which makes me feel like I don't have to vlog. However, I know most of this will be a solo journey, and this place is so cool. I'm so giddy about this. I mean, I just saw my first gator today. Sorry about that. I am not quite sure where that got cut, but there was all of a sudden a lot of stuff going on outside the vehicle, and I had to cut the video and pay attention to that. I got very lost on what I was talking about. But moral of the story, I'm definitely going to vlog down here again because I'm going to be kayaking through all of these places, so that's always easy. And at this point, I'm just a kayak vlogger. But I'm already amazed by this place, and I've only gotten out of the truck for like 2 30-second stops. So yeah, let's go explore. Good morning, guys. We are in Biscayne National Park this morning. I have the kayak, I have snorkel gear, so I'm supposing that's the plan for today, but I don't have enough cell service to check the weather, and it's not looking the best, and I'd rather not get stuck out in the water during a serious storm, so I'll have to check the weather for sure and double check all this just so that I can maybe have a calm and nice day. But when it comes to snorkeling, I only kind of know what I'm doing now. I just learned how to snorkel down in the Keys since I've been down here. I'm actually going to play a few clips of that for you now. I don't know if you could tell with how the waves were kind of moving and pushing everything back and forth. A major storm was rolling in, and this was kind of what they considered extreme snorkeling. I'm sad. This and the other barracuda I saw were the largest creatures I saw. I didn't really get to see much else, but that's why I'm hoping to get in the water here at Biscayne, so that I can maybe see some more. But like I said, you can see with these guys, the waves just moving back and forth and pushing everything with the waves. Me as well, of course, which was so cool. And having never snorkeled before, I didn't really know what to expect with all of this. Obviously, I'm really glad I went. This is so cool. But it took me a while to learn to get to this point and be able to take video footage for you guys. Anyways, Today we'll probably be snorkeling more in mangrove and like seagrass type of stuff. So it should be a pretty cool change. It's not outer reef stuff like before. And I'm hoping there's a nice difference of animals. I'm also really hoping to see some bigger stuff, but you can't control the animals, and neither can I, so we'll just have to have an adventure. All right, I just finished up breakfast. We are back at Biscayne National Park because I did loop and leave and come back on a day with nicer weather. It is pretty windy, but it's nice and sunny out, so I don't know. We're gonna see what the waves look like. And after kayaking around yesterday over in the Everglades, I don't know what snorkeling is going to be like over here because it seems to be mostly murky near the mangrove, and that's where they suggested I go. But we are going to still take the gear out with us on the boat and see what we can do about it. But it's super windy, so audio is going to be absolutely terrible. So might not be talking during any of it, just to try to avoid that, because it sucks when that wind's rushing right by the microphone. So, but we're going to get in the water and yeah, go have an adventure. All right, I don't know how the wind's going to sound, but I'm pretty far out here, so I'm going to talk loud. Once again, starting back in the water, as always. It makes my life easier. There might be footage of me inflating and getting into the water because some other lady wanted to film me pretty bad. But it is really windy out here, like I've been saying. I found a opening into a creek to tuck back into. But, oh goodness. But if I'm able to film this, I've gone pretty far. That's the visitor center out over there. And the wind has pushed me. I've gone with it all the way out and around to this edge over here. But here I'm getting pushed again. Hold on. So yeah, I've gone quite a ways already fighting the wind. But I'm tucked back in this natural creek area, which is nice and hidden from the wind. And I'm hoping that the creatures think the same thing. I'm hoping to see some wildlife tucked hiding back in here. But of course, the water is murky back here versus... Oh, it's actually not that bad. This is coming straight in from the ocean. So it's cleaner, but I know the roots and stuff of the mangroves affect it with the tannins. But it's not a lot of muck drugged up. So you might end up going in the case at some point for some underwater content. But I don't know if I will be snorkeling. So at least not back in these creeks. And out there the wind might just be too strong today. So more kayaking content. think it's too shallow for anything big. And I am going to hit a tree. It's tight back here. I'm trying my hardest. I don't know. I kind of want to go back out into deeper and clearer water. It's very back and forth in here on whether it's clear or not. But if the sun's coming through, I can see pretty well actually. But I'm not seeing any kind of movement. No fish, no nothing. So we're gonna go back out into deeper water. There's an iguana right here. Future Remy here, I'm terribly sorry. You can't see him in any of this footage. Oh my gosh. Their camouflage is insane. I don't think you guys were able to see that at all. Vulture coming overhead too. Okay. He's right back in here. I'm sorry, he took off pretty quick. We're gonna keep an eye out for them though. That might be him cracking through the bushes. He's way bigger than I thought they would be. I did not know iguanas were that big. They're actually not native to here. They're an invasive species. But they fit the vibe and they do really well here. So I still think it'd be really cool to see one. Well, I've seen one. But catch them on video, get a picture of them. I realized that I just hit that clip without anything else. We got back out into open water, but right along the bank here, I'm protected by the wind. So it's all open. There's the canal we came from. And we're just coming up this side now. A lot of vultures, some little inlets, but no other actual creeks or canals to go down. So I'm watching this bank more or less, hoping for another shot at getting an iguana on camera. So if I do, you'll see that next. Risky game, but we're going to go on the outside of the second island rather than hanging on the inside. It's going to be a lot more windy, but I'm hoping the water's more clear because this inside of the islands is, while it's calm, the water's super murky and I can't see anything. But we'll see. Absolutely gorgeous day though. I don't know what that banging. Oh, there's a guy over here kite sailing and he just went down. But he seems to be fine. He's at the top. So, I've said this before. This park is 95% underwater and really big. So, yeah, I've done a decent amount of kayaking, but only in the calm waters where it's also not that interesting to snorkel. Looking down, it's either calm and murky or fast moving. So it's just grasses anyways. And with weather like this, everything's going to be hunkered down. So I don't know if I'm going to get to snorkeling. The kayaking has been a lot of fun though. Like I said, gorgeous day for it when you're out of the wind at least. But I'm not wanting to go kayaking all the way out there. Way out there are where they have all of their own islands and reefs and everything. But it's well over 8 miles, I believe. And to do that in a kayak on a day as windy as this does not sound like a good time. So I wrapped around the island here, and I think we're gonna ride the waves as much as I can back to the visitor center and just cut across open water. So I don't know, should make it easier to get back, and I don't know, loop complete, I guess. This is so annoying. The water's not moving any specific direction unless you're closer in. This is just, it's being difficult. All right, I don't know if that felt like it was super short, but it kind of got to the point where I'd done about as much as I could and wanted to. Right, the canals got too tight. There was a second one, but to backtrack to get to it after having already seen the one, figured it was pretty straightforward. So I'm kind of sad that there wasn't a lot of snorkeling right here, but we're just way too close. And I'm not gonna go out on a boat ride because I already did that in the Keys, and no need to spend that extra money, I don't think. But that was Biscayne National Park. Again, most of it's underwater, and I wish I could do it better justice, but you get what you get, you know. My day is not over yet, but I don't think that part is going to go into this vlog. I think it's going to go into the other vlog, because while editing last night, I realized that this will get split into 2 vlogs. This one already is going to be probably around the 18-minute mark versus that other one, which is going to be like 25 minutes, and having them together as one just was not the move. So yeah, I don't know, that's just my little insight into that. And either way, it's been a gorgeous day and a ton of fun. Not as much wildlife, but the iguana was cool. Still not sure how the footage for that turned out, but I guess we will see. As always, the beauty you can find in the world. So this is my intro for this alligator Alcatraz. I need to take a picture of that sign because it's real. Well, this part's definitely getting edited out of the vlog. Holy shoot dang. I completely lost track of where I was.